What's up, everyone? It's day 65 of 75 hard. I just finished my second workout of the day, my 45-minute outdoor workout, which consisted of, once again, going to the local high school track and running on the straight part and walking around the curves. It was a nice, cool night, about 48 degrees. It felt good out there. It wasn't real windy. It was just calm, and I felt good otherwise, but the front of my calves are really sore, my shins. Nothing to worry about, it's just muscle soreness. My lower back doesn't feel all jacked up anymore because I backed off. I didn't push it as much. I've been gradually building up. And that's one thing that you should keep in mind if you haven't done anything in a year or years. You don't want to just jump right into it, because I see that all the time, all too often. I'll see people, they'll see something that motivates them, they'll get started, they'll make this plan about, I'm gonna go to the gym, then they go to the gym for 2 hours, and then they can't go to the gym for 2 weeks because they went too hard. You gotta build yourself up gradually. It's all scalable. You can't just, overdo it the first time. You either injure yourself or you're so sore you don't even get to go, even if it's just 2 days. By that third day, you've already lost the motivation that you had because you're your easiest sell. So if you started Monday, you're too sore Tuesday, you're too sore Wednesday, and then Thursday comes and you feel okay to go, but screw it, it's already the weekend, I'll start again Monday. And then you just do that consistently, week after week after week, and it turns into years. So just remember that when you're starting something new, you don't have to just go in there and do as hard as you can. You want to start slow, but get the progress you can at the least amount of effort and build up. It's like you don't want to go to the treadmill for an hour your first time when you can make progress at 15 or 20 minutes. And then you can adjust it from there, the speed, the incline, the duration. If you start at an hour, you got to go to an hour and 20 minutes, hour and a half, just to start getting past that, because your body adjusts to the activity load that you're giving it. So once you've done it's hard to say how long that would take. You could be doing an hour on the treadmill for a month straight and making great progress. Eventually you'll plateau though. Your body will adjust to it. It'll just be normal, but then you'll have to go further. So that's why I say start with a lower amount and build yourself up. At least see what you're capable of. You don't have to, if you go and it's not that hard compared to, and you're not sore, compared to if you go and it's too hard and you're too sore, which one's better? I mean, you just don't want to put yourself out to where you can't go. You want to be able to do it, and you want to do it consistently. That's how you get that's the main part of reaching your goal, is consistently working at it. Whether that's consistently following the diet, or consistently following the workouts, or consistently drinking enough water, consistently taking your supplements and your vitamins, all of it adds up. And that's how you get to looking the way you want to look. So keep that in mind when you're starting back to doing something you haven't done. Today's been a good day though. I woke up around 8:30. I keep falling asleep around like 3 a.m. It bothers me. I just like to get up early and start my day. Even if I have nothing going on, I just like it. But if I don't go to sleep till 3, I'm not gonna force myself to get up at 5. That doesn't make any sense. You have to get enough sleep still. So it's no big deal. But anyways, I got up and did the hour of the tread climber, and then I got ready for the day. Went to the gym and did 30 minutes on the treadmill, and then I did a leg workout. I was going to do abs, but I didn't. I forgot. I need to probably do those. Trying to get consistent on doing abs, practicing my posing for the bodybuilding, and then still doing these tasks. So really just adding in the posing is the main thing. You don't want to overlook posing if that's something you're into, is the bodybuilding competitions. Posing is like the most important thing. You'll prepare for months, suffering, dieting, all this stuff, taking things to look better, and you get like 5 or 10 minutes on stage at the event that you pay, and you spend all this money and you put all this effort into, you get like that much amount of time, and that's your time to shine. So you have to portray yourself in the best light right then. And if you fail to do that because you haven't practiced your posing, pretty much wasted your time. And I've done that 3 times now. It's not because I didn't want to, or I guess it's because I didn't want to, but either way, the reason I didn't was because there's so much going on. And if you're working and you got 3 hours a day of cardio, and basically something's going to get overlooked, and it can't be the posing, which is what basically I thought I could get by with what I knew how to do, and then there's no way. So right now it's like 4.5 weeks away. If I practice every day, I'll be better at it, and we'll see what happens. Just like anything, when you start something new, you're gonna suck at it. And to me, I'm still new at it, just because even though I've done the 3 shows, very little practice has gone into that. I was taught originally the first time about 8 years ago how to pose, probably 9 years ago, and then didn't really practice it other than learning at that time. And then this last bodybuilding competition I did while I was doing the 75 hard last year, I would send my coach, I hired, not Ian, but I hired a diet coach. I would do the posing round, or just the mandatory poses and the relaxed poses, which is, so there's 4 relaxed poses and there's 8 mandatory poses where you're flexing. And I would just run through that real quick, and it'd take about 2 minutes, and I would video it and I would send it to him each day. So that was all I practiced. So I was able to hit the pose, but not at the best of my ability. There's different ways you could twist or turn or whatever and look better. And that's the main thing. If you're doing bodybuilding, you have to, like I said, that's your only time to shine, is when you're up there for 5-10 minutes. And so I'm gonna focus on that. I didn't have a lot going on today otherwise. I pretty much just sat around my house. I literally did not do anything after I went to the gym. It was probably, I got back home around 1, and then I ate, and then pretty much took a nap, and then went to the track. So sound like a lazy person, right? But whatever. Literally, like I said, I had nothing going on. Today, the one thing I want to talk about today was, I don't know if you guys noticed it, but I noticed it about myself last night, more specifically, because I felt like I was trying to catch my breath while I was doing the video, and my nose is kind of clogged, but I know that wasn't the full thing. I know it is. I'll still, even though I've done this 65 times in a row, 65 days in a row, I'll still get like anxious while I'm talking. I feel like I'm gonna forget what I'm gonna say, because all these videos I do each day, I'll just say something that comes to my mind while I'm recording this. Probably half the time. The other half of the time, I actually thought of something good earlier in the day, which is something I try to do while I'm doing my outdoor session of my outdoor workout. Just because you're in that flow state of a good adrenaline, good energy, a good high frequency, and if you're listening to something motivational, you can pick something to relate to. And lately, it's just been me just thinking of something to say as I've been talking. But last night I did notice, I don't ever watch these videos after I record them. I'll record this and then I'll upload it. And I haven't watched any of my old ones. I do know I say a lot. I try to stop myself, so know that I'm correcting that, or working on it. I'm aware of it anyways. And the breathing thing. So that just goes to show you that even if you're putting in effort each day for 65 days, I'm still getting basically nervous and anxious talking to a phone, you know? It sounds silly, and it is, because I still will talk myself out of it and say what I'm saying does matter, and it does play an effect on people, you guys. But it just goes to show you that even if you're putting in the effort, you're still gonna have times where you feel overwhelmed and you feel like maybe you're not good enough, right? We all feel like that. Just some of us feel like that a lot. I don't feel like that a lot, but I'm just saying, I do get nervous still, mostly because I'll have something on my mind that I want to say after I finish talking about what I'm talking about right then. And then I'll pause. I'll basically like pull a Joe Biden and forget what I'm even doing while I'm recording. And I don't want to stop and start over, because every time I've done the videos where I started and stop and start over, I'll forget to say something that I wanted to say, or I'll get lost in what I've said already because I'd already made a video where I said something, and when I'm making these in a row and I'm messing up basically. So very few of these videos I'll record and stop and redo or anything like that. I try to just make it one shot, but probably about 5 different times, 5 days. Something would keep messing up. I would run out of memory mostly. That was mostly it. Probably 3 different times that happened. And other times it would just be windy. I was outside, and then probably a couple times I didn't like what I was hearing. I heard a little bit of it whenever I was uploading it, and I would be saying right at the beginning. So it's like I'm gonna redo that. But just know that even the top people that you look up to make mistakes, and they get nervous, and they feel like they're an imposter, and they feel like they're not good enough sometimes. It's just something everybody feels like. Everybody has to deal with it. Doesn't matter what level of success you're at. You just have to go through it. And the main thing is not quit. You can't give up. That's just the recipe for success, no matter who tells it to you. Unless it's somebody that's trying to sell you a course to get rich overnight, and compared to like Andy and Ed or Bradley or all these actual winners like Tim Grover, like Tony Robbins, they will tell you, you keep stacking the wins, you keep putting in the effort, you don't give up, and you do it no matter whether you feel like it or not, and eventually you're gonna make your own success. That's scalable too. It just depends on what you're doing in your life, what field you're in, and how much of that effort you actually put compared to if you're holding something back. So it's all up to you. And this is just showing you and letting you know that I feel like that sometimes. Not so much today because I'm talking about it. I feel like it's funny, kind of. Like, why am I still getting nervous to talk to a screen? But it happens. But all that matters is I'm gonna keep making the videos. Even after the 75 hard's done, I'm gonna lead up to the bodybuilding show. And then Mackenzie and I are going on that cruise. So I'm gonna be making different videos, talking about different things, showing what we're doing. So it'll be fun. I'll show you what I do at work this next time too. I'll put it all out there. I can only show so much. I can't show any company names or anything that serious, but I can give you an idea of what I do. And that's all I got for today. Just keep in mind, everybody goes through hard days or overwhelming times, stressful, not full of self-confidence, not motivated. You just gotta do it. You have to put in the effort. And I promise you, after you put in that effort, you're gonna feel so much better, especially than you would if you didn't put in if you just quit and gave up. So I appreciate you guys following along and showing support. It means a lot. The comments that you guys leave, if you're doing the program on your own, some of us, I think a lot of us are doing it right now the same day, and we're finishing at the same time. Just keep going. That's really cool that we're all about to be done with the first part of this program. And if you're just starting, you just have to keep going after it. You already made the decision that you're not going to live that life you were living before you started the program. And after that, and from now on, this is the new journey that you're on. The disciplined, the perseverance, the fortitude, the grit, the self-confidence, the self-belief. Those are the things you're going to have in your life now. So don't give up. Just keep going after it, and do it to the best of your ability. Don't do 75 easy. It's supposed to be 75 hard for a reason. So I'll be back tomorrow for day 66. Peace.